Captain's Log, episode 118. This episode of the Beer Vengers podcast is sponsored by the Beer and Cheese Collective, located at 35-11 Ditmars Boulevard in Astoria, Queens. Enjoy their eclectic array of craft beer, artisanal cheeses, and specialty grocery items at the Beer and Cheese Collective, home bar to yours truly, Captain Porter Brown Stout. On this 5-pour installment, Captain Huck and Beer Wonder get caught up on the summers we're having, as well as the summers we have left. There's more sports talk, upcoming travel plans, updates on our continuing coverage of the spice bag trend, and a big chunk dedicated to the Silver State Brewfest, which Huck and I visited in Las Vegas a few weeks back. There's other stuff too, but those are the bullet points. Remember to like, star, and subscribe whenever that feels appropriate, and send us your emails at thebeervengers@gmail.com if you have any questions, suggestions, or if you just like hearing us talk about you on the show. And now, without further ado, please enjoy episode 118, Viva Las Vengers.
With a beer Vengers, beer Vengers, beer Vengers, with a beer Vengers, with a beer Vengers, beer Vengers, beer Vengers, with a beer Vengers.
Welcome to the Beercast, everyone. Coming to you from an undisclosed location in Astoria, Queens, this is Captain Porter Brown Stout.
And coming to you from an undisclosed location in the city of Fresno, California, this is the Pale Male Hophead Huck.
And coming to you from an undisclosed location in the county of Kings, it is I, the Beer Wonder.
And we are the Beer Vengers. Yeah, that's right. We're the Revengers. You're the Revengers. Happy to be back here again. I know we took a little bit of a longer break than we usually do, but we hope to make up for that. How you guys doing?
Doing great. Great to see you, Captain, and also great to see the Beer Wonder.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's been a weird summer so far. There's just a lot of weirdness happening in the world, but you know what solves all that weirdness?
Beer.
Yeah,
Beer?
that's it.
Yeah. And friendship and hanging out and all that.
friendship.
Yeah,
But
I mean, it's
two of those go
it's been
together.
so long. Last time we were just on the cusp of realizing among Donald Trump's other horrible superpowers were fucking up sports events.
Oh,
I
God.
mean, that's what he's. It's amazing how much that has happened in the last 7 weeks or however long it's been.
Well,
Who
so
knew?
we
Who's
had
counting?
we almost had the Knicks. Well, we had the Knicks situation, but then we had ultimately there was success. Yes, right.
Ultimately, but they might have done it in 4 without him.
I know.
I
And then
If
there was
there's anyone to blame it on, we can blame it on him.
yeah.
The
And then there
energy
was
he brings to the whole thing. Yeah.
the World Cup nonsense.
Right,
And
where he
then-
tried to put his thumb on the scale and then the U.S. still lost. That was kind
Yeah.
of entertaining.
And then he didn't understand how photos work.
Oh, yeah. Well, I
When-
might have
when-
missed that one.
When Spain
I might-
won,
I'm-
he wouldn't get out of the picture, and he had to
Oh,
like
well, that
be
yes,
pulled
yes,
out
yes.
of the picture.
He thought if there's a camera, he should be in that picture. It's
Yep.
yeah, it's the old classic narcissist stuff.
Also doesn't
man, if
understand
we're
how
gonna-
speeches work.
If we're gonna
the
keep talking about
correspondence dinner. I know we need to.
Oh
drink.
well, yeah. Oh, well, not how stand up works. I mean,
Right.
That's I think we need to have some more beer if we're going to keep talking about that particular subject.
I do agree. I got all riled up, guys. I'm sorry. I had the
And
feelings.
since we all, yeah, well, honestly, I appreciate that. And since, but we'll always make you the arbiter of politeness. I think we
Sure.
should just push past all that and have you have the first pour. I don't know how
Well-
often that actually happens because you're usually graciously choosing one of us
Well,
or our guest.
thank you. Yeah, well, it
Yeah,
would
I'm
only
dying
be
to see what
polite.
you got there.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I am very excited because, as per usual, but also for the first time, I will be drinking a
Sponsored pour.
Excellent. A
those.
sponsored pour from the Beer and Cheese Collective, 35-11 Ditmars Boulevard in Astoria, Queens.
Yeah, the captain and I were there the other night, just
We were.
watching Empire Strikes Back on VHS. It was a good time.
Like you do.
Also not the CGI remastered one, like OG, old school, weird, awkward puppetry. I loved every second of it.
Yes.
But it's summertime, right? And the weather is hot, and people like to be in outdoor locations, in places like Massachusetts, where this beer is from,
Oh,
and also Hophead Huck is from,
correct.
and also people like to be outdoors on porches,
Yeah. So
which
it's also it translates to Fresno as well.
which is also Hophead Huck seems to like to do, and sometimes the huckster and cider girl do this like musical activity on a porch, right? Or curate a porch all throughout
once
their
a year,
Fresno
yeah.
land once a year. And so it's only correct that I am enjoying from our dear friends at Jack's Abbey Craft Lager a refreshing summer lager known as Porch Fest.
Oh, right on. Summer lager. I haven't had a Jack's Abbey in forever.
I know.
I did see some Jack's Abbey at Trader Joe's the other day, but
well, I was going to say that's a collab that's an excellent collaboration.
that's
right
a
there.
light lager, they called it. So
Yep. All right, here's what we got. Let's see how this one looks.
porch it up. Porch power.
She is very crispy. I will say that much.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
it's got a nice
Good
it's
head on
like
that one.
a light amber color there.
Mhm.
It's pretty.
Got a bit of a Hellas vibe.
Yep.
Nice,
And
healthy head.
Heavy citrus on the nose, which is very
Okay. All right.
very heavy citrus on the nose. So definitely fulfilling on the summer portion of the summer lager promise. No question.
Now, what direction are we going in now?
Well, I literally did a beer to honor you, Huckster. So I do feel like you should take the next one.
I wish I had a beer. Well, I mean, all my beers are to honor the beer wonder, but this one, I in my quest to continue to bring new breweries to the podcast, this one's from Rip Brewery, spelled with two I's, and this is
And
called
backwards R.
and a backwards
yeah.
Rippin' Greens.
Okay.
All right.
So there's a golf metaphor, and it looks also like there's sort of a intimation to smoking.
Sure.
Nice.
Rippin' greens. Like green is like that's code for weed, guys.
I see.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so let's see what this looks like.
Stoned golfing.
West Coast IPA. This will be my very first Rip beer. They're out of Huntington
Excellent.
Beach, California,
Rip.
which is down south.
Let her rip.
Let's let her rip. Got a nice left-handed pour for
Ooh.
this one too to show the.
Yeah. Also nice and crispy looking right there. Kind of got that golden feel to it.
Yeah, right on. Rippin' greens.
Very
Rippin'
West
greens.
Coastish looking there.
Very
Rip.
clear too. I can see almost straight through to you. Very
And
cool.
really strong aroma already just from this nice hoppy,
Grassy
pine
like the
aroma.
green.
Yeah, I feel like I'm out on
Dank
the
like the
course.
green.
Yeah, dank. Yes, that comes to mind.
All right.
And now that
Well,
leaves the captain.
and
Yes,
I'm
of
going to go
course.
the entirely the other direction here. This is I can't get much more Brooklyn than this beer that I
Okay.
have here. This is from Other Half.
Uh-huh.
It's a collaboration with Junior's Cheesecakes.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
that'll
And
do
it
it.
is called an egg cream milk stout.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Honestly,
You can
that's
see it
kind
has
of
like
correct.
the Junior colors there on
Yep.
the side of it. So yeah,
Completely.
Sponsored
it's
for-
about a 6%.
All
see what we
right,
got here.
good for Other Half. Yeah, I haven't had one of those in a long time.
Oh, also this happens to be a
Look
another
at
sponsor
that.
from Beer and Cheese Collective. Yeah. All right,
Oh,
let's see what we
no.
got here.
Bring on the darkness. Yeah,
Nice.
creamy head,
Ooh,
creamy chocolatey
good,
head
good.
there.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Gorgeous.
here we have
yeah.
it.
That is a
Nice.
beaut.
All right, and let's just
Mhm.
put these together here. Really fantastic can art on this one too.
Yep. Yep.
All right,
Alrighty.
we all have full glasses. So cheers,
Very good.
Vengers.
Cheers, Vengers.
Cheers, Vengers, indeed.
Ooh.
Ah,
Yeah.
mm,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one has definitely got, it's like a pilsnery feel to it, but there's a lemoniness that's coming from the hop flavor, so it is exceptionally refreshing. Like I could see this being the beer of your Porch Fest, Huckster, um, because it really does feel like I should be, on a hot 90-degree, maybe better air quality day than we've had here in Gotham. I should be sitting out and knocking a few of these back because it is just delightful and light, and 5.5, so nice and easy drinking.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, they're using a Callista hop on this one, which makes sense why
Oh.
that citrus note is very, very present. And I feel like this would be a great like chicken salad, part backyard barbecue, sausage, hot dog, sort of
Yeah.
sipper, a good
I'll have
sipper.
to get them to sponsor the Porch Fest next year.
Mm-hmm.
An actual Porch Fest beer. Yeah, that's great. And I know they have Porch Fest. There's one in Boston too.
Sure.
And they're all over the country. You see them.
Right.
So it's I wonder if they did make it for a Porch Fest.
I would be
originally.
surprised. I mean, it does. They in their write up of they are talking a little bit about the Porch Fests and like the history of Porch Fests. The first one apparently was
okay.
Ithaca, and then they came all throughout New England.
Yeah, they're
and
very
so-
popular in New England, from what I understand.
and so they've got, and there's a lot of meaning in this can, right? There's a little house that's got guitars on it, and there's guitar necks all throughout, and so they've really kind of lived up to this idea of how Porch Fests and community comes together in that summertime.
Nice.
Well, ripping greens definitely. That's it's living up to its name. We're certainly ripping the greens here. These green hops. I have no information as to what type of hops
Okay.
they're using in here. But this is a fairly new beer company out of Huntington Beach.
Nice.
Yeah, nice bitter pininess,
Mm-hmm.
dank on the nose, like very
Love
old
it.
school, but not like not cloying. You know, sometimes they can be a little syrupy. It's got a nice smooth up front, and then
Nice.
it really gives you that old school bitterness.
Yeah.
By old school, I mean 2012 or 2009.
Nice.
Old school, baby. I'm
Old
old school,
school.
Huck.
Keeping it old school.
Yeah, this one,
yeah, please.
this one is like it's. I mean, it's so chocolately, but not
Yeah.
sweet. No, I mean, it's not sweet, but not like overbearingly sweet. It's just got it's like a melted Hershey bar. It's got that
interesting.
real like lactose milk chocolate kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
have the bitterness that you have with the dark chocolate, but like kind of just a very pure milk chocolate kind of a thing. And it's it's I mean, it's a little heavy given the whole lactose mouthfeel of it
Sure,
and
yeah,
all that,
yeah.
but it also is just like it's very good. Again, I was talking about this can. It's fantastic. They've got this like a little like I don't know what that is. Looks like some kind of like Nutella kind of thing
Yeah.
or whatever. And then it's got like the old like the view outside the original Junior's Cheesecake in Brooklyn.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
sort of like the courthouse and all that. And it's like pretty cool.
That's awesome.
The reason I think it's the courthouse is because years ago I was working as an extra on I think it was the first Sex and the City movie.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were both at the courthouse because I think that was when Carrie and Big were getting married.
Sure.
And then also Junior's is right around the corner from there. So they did a whole big like group dinner for all the people who were there. We shot there as well. So we did the two locations in one day. So it's
That's
funny.
cool.
This is what this brings back for me.
Very good. I'm reading up on Rip Beer. I know I said they're a new brewery.
Yeah.
Not so new.
The new startup started up in 2014.
All right.
So, yeah, kind of that main wave, like Other Half and some other big breweries started around that same time. 2011 to 2014 was a big time for new craft breweries. So I guess.
Well, that's why we couldn't start our podcast until 2020. We had to let all the breweries. We had to get it right before it bust, and well, it's like, well, we haven't gone through a bust of the craft beer industry. There was one I was talking about with Beer Wonder last night, and said it's just contracting.
Yeah, it's not a bust. No. I will say that I think that a big part of it is because the younger generation, these kids, they're not drinking.
I know they're not
beer.
drinking.
They don't drink. They don't fuck. I mean,
it's and also, they don't have any money, so
That's true.
and also if there are anyone of the younger generation who feels like we're trashing you and you do like to drink and fuck, please feel free to send us.
But also, there's going to be beer drinking youngsters.
Yes.
Sure.
Over 21, of course.
Well, yeah.
But
I mean, at our age, those are youngsters.
They exist. But I do see more of a elder millennial / young Gen Xer being the main drinkers of craft beer.
Yep.
That's just an observation.
That's fair, yeah.
And so as people get, as we start to age out, not me, but
yeah, I mean, you're right. At this point, there might be more boomer craft beer drinkers than there are Generation Z craft beer drinkers. I don't know.
Could be.
They've given up, which is too bad.
But beer itself is still massively popular.
Yeah,
sure it is. Yeah,
it's still big business. And I feel
Bud
like
Light is huge.
when we were hopping around in Ohio, we certainly did see some of the younger folks with the youths that have been birthed of their loins, who were like on the cusp of Gen Z, still consuming of the beers. So that's good.
Yeah. It's going to live on. It's going to be, it's just maybe will become a little more niche.
Yep.
Which it's always been.
Yeah.
I mean, still niche.
Yeah, I think that was what when I was talking on the last episode about how a lot of beer menus are getting boring in the sense is because it wasn't just that. I mean, it was always a niche, but it was a niche that was exploding.
Yep.
And then also getting into regular menus for other people.
That's
like
very true.
Places like a lot of restaurants, bars that weren't necessarily called themselves craft. You'd see a few beers slipping into those menus, and I don't see that as much anymore.
Yep.
I mean, we were at the Irish pub last night.
Yeah.
Actually, I would say that was one of the ones where it was primarily the macros, but then there was also, they had a single cut there.
Yeah.
And they had a dogfish head.
Yeah. We certainly did our work.
It still drives me crazy though. You go to a nice place, like a really nice restaurant, like the food is farm to table, or it's like natural ingredients, and they're serving this great wine. They're making amazing cocktails, and then their beer list is like you can have a Modelo or maybe a Guinness
or a Bud Light.
It's always very limited, and I sort of get that from a business point of view. In that you want to sell cocktails and wine. You don't want people buying beer. But guess what? I look around when I'm at these nice restaurants, people order beer because a lot of people drive, and you don't want to be getting totally zonked with some whiskey cocktails as opposed to drinking a 5% beer, which you could have two and still drive home. So people are still ordering beer. So just give us some quality.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Everything else is so high quality, and then your beer list is like, meh.
Yeah, totally.
It's wild to me. And there's always the upkeep. You have to keep the lines clean. You have to get them, you have to get them taken care of. And if you're not a beer bar, it's like I guess maybe it's an extra hassle, but.
Yeah, well, although if you're at a beer bar, I think there's even more pressure on you to make sure you keep your lines clean, because if it's like if the kind of clientele you'll get there, if you're not keeping them clean, people are gonna. Especially if our community is shrinking, the word will get around. Especially
that yours is not good. Well, with the idea that the community is shrinking, there was a large expansion of the community, and I sadly was not able to go to this expansiveness, and it happened in the city of Sin. Oh, I can't.
Oh, yeah.
I know. And so the Beer Vengers, of course, that would be the captain and Hophead Huck. headed out to Vegas for some deep
Yes.
beer venging research. So, gentlemen,
Yeah, this was something that that Huck had. It was on his radar, and we were talking about it a little. I can't remember if we talked about it on air or if we were talking after the show. And then like a week later,
Yeah, we
he
mentioned it,
texted
I
all of
think.
us and said, "Yeah," and
Yeah.
you texted us, and I thought, "Yeah, fuck it, I can do that." I was able to get a pretty cheap flight out there, and you and I were able to get a room at a sort of well, it was adjacent to where all the action was,
Yes,
Okay,
it was
but
well.
just far away
near the
enough that
Bear
it was a
Fest
little looked like it had seen better days.
And it was
But
honestly, it was great on the day because we were able to crawl back to the hotel.
it was perfect. It
easily.
was walking distance to where the festival was. But yeah, oh man, the day I went out there, it was. I mean, it took you an hour to get there on the airport for where you were. I had to get up at like 4 a.m. To
Yes,
get
big
to
journey.
like a 6:30 flight that got delayed an hour and a half.
Wow.
And I almost did not make my connecting flight.
Oh God.
I really got like a 20-minute window, and I was like, until I was actually at that airport in line, I was just tense the entire time until that happened. Like, okay, and so I got to Vegas when I was supposed to, which was about 4 hours before Huck did, and I got to explore the areas. It's funny, like I was exploring the area just to have lunch, and I wound up at the very place that the festival was at the next day. Somehow,
Oh,
I
wow.
hadn't put the connection together there. It was a really great bar called Pub 365 as part of the what was it, the Tuscany? What was the name of the
Sweets? Yeah.
yeah. And they had just a really amazing beer menu. Like they only even like show half of them on their official scoreboard, and you have to go online to see the rest of them because they've got like 60 pours.
Yeah,
And they
crazy
claim they have
amount of taps.
365 different beers. So of
Okay.
course, this is the place in that not in that bar on the like a big area, one of those big ballroom spaces upstairs. But that was the place where we wound up having going to the festival the next day.
Yeah. And as festivals go, you know, we've probably been to other festivals that had maybe some higher quality breweries at them,
Sure.
perhaps. But as far as like fun, I mean, this was just, it was off the chain.
So,
Like,
what made it
how much
particularly
beer?
fun?
Well, it was, well, first of all, it was 4 hours
Oh wow.
For like $30
for
Fantastic.
$30
$30
for the whole thing. Yeah.
So
I've
sure, you had
never-
to fly across the country,
Right.
but once you
Well,
got
sure,
there-
but we were there for the experience. But the fact that it was, I mean, we've talked before about our beer festivals getting too expensive, and like
yeah,
they are what they are. I'm sure they cost a lot to put up, but like I can't remember the last beer festival I went to in New York that wasn't at least twice that.
yeah,
Right.
50 or 60 is normal.
Yeah.
Or like Green City, I think is more closer to 100,
Okay. Yeah,
if
I
not
believe it.
more. The other half that that you're drinking.
I'm sure.
And but anyway, this one was like there was so much swag, and I think it was because it was a good
crazy, yeah.
mix. A beer wonder of craft beer. There was
Okay.
there was local craft beer was there. The Nevada beer. There was even a home brewers club
Oh, that's cool.
that had a whole setup.
Yeah.
So it ran the gamut. You had the home brewers, you had the local craft,
okay.
and then you had some California craft there,
Yeah.
and then bigger breweries like Firestone and North Coast and a couple of other ones like that. Sort of Sierra Nevada, were they there? I don't remember. Dogfish Head.
They might have been.
There-
Yeah.
There were
Dogfish
some
Head was
others that are
definitely
like,
there.
I don't know what we would call them, big craft. You know that
Yeah.
because Dogfish Head isn't even craft anymore. It's part of Boston Beer Company.
I don't know. I think that I considering. So, I mean, they're the biggest ones of all of that. But when you compare the size of the Boston Beer Company to the, I mean, depending on what your definition is, I know there are some definitions of it. Compared to the
Right.
macros, I think they're still have a little craft cred there.
But that's the thing is like even like Goose Island that makes the there you go. So swag.
This is my
we got
swag from Dogfish Head. Yeah, it's a
Dogfish Head.
bandana.
So
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Beer Wonder, the first table, we walk in and we're like, we also had the Saison Strong with us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Our good friend and fellow beer venger who is our Vegas resident. So they were able to take more advantage of the swag than we were. because we had to pack suitcases. But we walked in and like, where should we start? And I'm like, well, let's go where there's no people. And we sort of turned a corner to the first table, and it was Dogfish Head,
Yeah.
and they had it. The young lady had the beers to sample. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
There were Grateful
And,
Dead themed beers. That was the big one they were
It was
pushing.
a Dead themed beer. I think
Excellent.
it was a West Coast IPA. They only had one beer, but they had all these bandanas and hats and stickers and stuff on the table. And I was like, "Oh, are you selling the hats?" She says, "No, you can have one. I can just take the hat." Literally, I was like, she's like, "Yes, but let me take a picture of you and for our advertising." Okay, no problem. So I got that Dogfish hat. I had him at the Dogfish Head hat, and I was I was already excited.
Now
Like
there were
my
some
day had been
places
made.
that were saying
Oh,
places that were saying, well, you can have this if you go on. They had like a little QR code. If you go here and vote us the best booth, then you
Oh,
can
okay.
have the sunglasses.
Yeah, Lagunitas
And,
made me do that, and I did get a Lagunitas hat as well.
Yeah, I got several sunglasses. I got this Deadhead bandana, which is great. I got but the best one of all.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
so those of you who follow our socials might have seen this. It is an elephant hat from the people at Delirium Tremens.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And we famously have.
And again, we have a Delirium Tremens experience. So
yeah, we visited their brewery. Yeah,
So
Huga. So it's
Huga.
a full elephant hat, and like
Yeah.
we managed to get to Delirium early, and we all
Good.
got the hats. So at the end of the festival, we had people like really wanted our hats.
Yes.
And
I
'cause
think I was the only one
I-
who wore mine the entire rest of the time. Eventually, I put it backwards so I didn't have the nose in my face
Yeah,
the
that
whole
was the
time.
thing.
But yeah.
The elephant trunk is like bouncing in front of your face while you're drinking beer. So I was after like a couple of booths, I was like, I think I'm gonna go back to my original hat.
Yeah.
But oh man, that was fun. So the 3 hats and the homebrewers were pretty good. I mean, I wasn't blown away by any of the homebrewers, but it was just cool to have them there.
Yeah.
Pouring their beers. And I think our highlights for us were the Belgian imports. There was two tables that had Belgian, and I think they had Samuel Smith too. I don't remember.
That's
even
cool.
I do
tasting
remember
that.
that. I remember very specifically what we did at Samuel Smith. But
Okay.
yeah, the other one was it Carmelite or someone like that?
It was Duchess Cherry Ale. That was the one.
That was
I
the
thought
the
was
one.
just-
I also got a really good chocolate Belgian beer there.
Oh,
But I do not remember the name of the brewery. Maybe it's on your
I know
list
they
there
had
somewhere.
St. Bernardus. We had the
Yeah,
the Christmas Ale, which was like
that was nice.
Christmas in
what was that,
July.
like 8 or 9%. Yeah, Christmas in July, and the cherry beer was like 7% too. So these were strong and super tasty. I mean, they just that was kind of became our spot a little bit. Let me see.
Yeah, the chocolate of those is my favorite. But the other thing that was there that we introduced them to, that all of a sudden became everyone's favorite beer, was mixing the Samuel Smith chocolate with like, it was a raspberry or the cherry. I don't know which one it was.
Right,
it was sort of like a chocolate covered raspberry kind of a thing. It's a lambic. It was such a good combination.
Yeah, and then
The melange.
I don't know who suggested the was it the brewer or the salesperson that suggested it originally?
I think I did.
No,
because
John,
the thing is, there's a bar in my neighborhood that's no longer in existence, but that was where I was introduced to it.
Nice.
That was a regular thing they had there, and I think they might have heard of it before, but I
Right.
think the reason they started pouring it was because we requested it.
Oh,
I
that's great.
requested it. Yeah,
And then we just kept telling people, you got to try this.
yeah.
Oh, that was a lot of fun.
But that was the crazy thing. So yeah, they had all this general swag over the course of the day, but then all of a sudden, in the last like half hour to 45 minutes, they start giving away cans.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
There's like everyone's like, here, how many do you want? I first started out with this one place. I was actually the guy who I'd met at the bar, who's the bartender when I was at the bar the day before. He was like, here,
Right.
here, take 2 of these. I'm like, oh, sure. And the next thing you know, everyone's giving them to us. And I limited myself to, actually, it was the cherry and the chocolate one. And I didn't even, because I figured, well, these are just for my last night in the hotel room because I stayed a day longer than you did.
Yeah.
Right.
And wasn't even. I wound up going out to some places that night, and when I got back to the hotel room, having to get up so early, I didn't even finish both of those beers. But I made an effort. But yeah, Kimmy took home so many beers with her.
She had at least a case of beer.
Yeah,
and she was funny because like there was all this bag chasing because we were chasing hats, but there were also bags.
We were never able to get a bag. Yeah, we tried that. There was two different places with bags that we weren't able to get to.
It was Snoop Dogg's gin and juice. They had a canvas bag.
Nice.
So we got in line for that. Oh no! First we got in line for the Pacifico bag. Now that's the other thing. The other extreme that was there. Like we said, the home brewers. You had
that's
the
a macro
craft,
right there.
Big craft, and then you had macros.
Yeah,
there were plenty of macros there, and mostly cervezas. I think it was just a big cerveza group that they had Modelo and Pacifico. Oh, here it is: Pacifico, Corona, Blue Moon, Smittix, Peroni, and Modelo. Those were all there.
Okay.
And that was so we said, well, better get in line for the Pacifico. We want to get that Pacifico bag because it was pretty cool. It was like a bright yellow, canvas
and
tote.
It was perfect for swag. But
and then while we're in line for that, somebody was like, "Oh, they got the other bag over there. Let's go get that bag." So we ran to get the Snoop bag,
and then they were out by the time we got there.
They were out. So then we went back to Pacifico, and then they were out. So we lost on bags.
So the only real cherished one there's elephant hats. Everyone wanted those ones. We saw because they ran out of those pretty shortly after we got them, and everyone was like, "Oh, do you want?" It's like, "No, this is coming home with me. This is like."
Yeah, I had to, and I knew I was getting it for Sparky for the Cider Girl. Yeah. So I managed to make it home with the elephant hat. But it was a great time. I mean,
it really was. It was fantastic.
At one point, I'm always talking about like getting my money's worth, and I think that Saison Strong was the same way because she took every piece of swag she could get.
Yeah,
she took home a 12-pack of Athletic beer, which is non-alcoholic.
Right.
And I don't know if she knew it was or not, but she took a picture. I think it's on our on the Beer Vengers Instagram, and of the of her haul, and it was like a full 12-pack. She's like, I don't know what I'm going to do with these, but it was free.
Pretty hilarious, yeah.
It was funny because the Athletic guy was there, and I was like, we're drinking beer, and I look over at the table. There's no one at the Athletic table.
Oh,
you know.
Poor buddy.
I'm like, let me come over and I'll have one. I made friends with the Athletic guy. And then he took a picture of us with the pink hats. So that was nice.
I do remember that for a while I was having a hard time finding the complimentary water because it was like hidden back in these various corners, and you certainly need to be able to hydrate when you're drinking 4 hours of unlimited forest. But eventually I found it there. But
I would like use the bubbler near the restroom.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see the one over there, but there were one or two of them.
You know, like a public drinking fountain.
Well, I mean, there were bubbler, Massachusetts.
Yes.
There was. That actually is a really good name for it. I just don't naturally call it that. But it was really fantastic. I don't have a lot of like. I mostly remember the experiences as far as more memorable beers, but I did actually have some memorable beers there. Most of them, the one because Huck took me to the Arts District when he got into town on Friday night.
Cool.
And that was a whole lot of fun. Yeah. And went to a few. What was the name of that first place we went to? We had the pizza.
It's called Good Pie.
Yeah.
Simple, classic.
That was really nice.
I mean, it's great pie, honestly.
But that was so food wise that was really great. But as far as beer, my favorite place you took me to was Able Baker. I mean, you didn't have to be a genius. You're a smart guy, but you don't have to be a genius to look at that menu and said this is a place for Captain Porter Brown.
I did see the menu online, and there was like at least five imperial stouts.
Not just stouts, imperial stouts. Yeah, like on that level. So there's so much list. So much so that when I got there, the only thing I could have was a flight because it was just I could not choose. Yeah. And I was at that point I was going through a bit of jet lag, just like starting to set in. So I definitely wasn't going to drink 5 full pours of those things. But they gave us these really, really great flight servers, and each one came with a duck.
Yes.
They're
Now
all
the
different,
story
but
with
this one is, yeah,
Abel Baker, if I have this right, it's called the
yeah,
brewer's called Abel Baker because the two test bombs that they blew up in Nevada. I'm talking about atomic bombs.
yeah.
That was the name of, like, the first one was called Abel, the second one was called Baker. And that's where they get the name. And they have a beer called the Atomic Duck, which is an IPA. I've had it. It's nice. They were at the festival too. Oh, they had some duck giveaways. I never got another duck. But they did give us the duck, which is nice. But the Atomic Duck is a legend, like a myth about this duck that survived the atomic blast
Right.
somehow, which seems fairly apocryphal. But it's a great story. Some duck walked out of the.
It certainly
that's,
is.
That's where the duck thing comes from.
Yeah, the story may be apocryphal, but it really makes for a wonderful mascot for them. Not only do they, like I said, I don't know if I'll show the picture of this thing, but it's a duck that's in military gear, which I thought was, considering it's part of the military testing for all of that, just fit the best. But every single duck, I mean, I don't know how many different ones, but they all have a little bit different, their own version of it. There was one, I think, with a fedora. But yeah,
that's the one I got. Yeah.
And we didn't even realize when they came with the whole thing that this was actually a souvenir to take home, because they came by to take the server away. They left the duck on the table, and we're like, we get to keep this? That's so great.
It's like the dogfish table. I can has duck.
Yeah, exactly.
Ken has duck.
And yeah, they think they're one of their flagship beers is an Atomic Duck IPA. All the T-shirts, one of which I bought, is they all have like the versions of the duck on there. I think the one on the logo, it has a logo on the front and the back. It says is a bigger picture of a duck, and it says, quack around and find out, or maybe it's duck around and find out. I don't, one of those two things. But it was a whole lot of fun. And then we went to this really cool little bar, Silver
Stamp.
Silver Stamp. That was such a cool place.
Nice.
And
great
apparently
staff.
can even, wonderful list, and apparently even capable of standing in to look like Michigan.
Yes, that was on the show Hacks. They filmed at the Silver Stamp to because Hacks takes place mostly in Las Vegas, and they needed a bar that looked like Kalamazoo, so they filmed at the Silver Stamp. But it's a great spot. Every time I've gone in there, I've just that was my third time going in, and it was the staff is always super friendly. The beer list is it's out of this world, and it's also, they actually have a lot of rare European beers on draft, like things you'd never see on draft, like Ashland Kerala, the smoked beer. That's the only place I've ever seen it on tap.
And Canadian too.
And they have Canadian beers too.
There's this one Quebecois beer called Les Trois Mousquetaires. That's the name of the brewery. And the only two places I've ever seen anything from that brewery are at Silver Stamp and the Proletariat, unfortunately former bar in New York. Hopefully they're still figuring.
Their way back. Yeah.
But yeah, those are the only two places that I'm pretty sure that I've ever seen that beer, that brewery.
So I ordered a beer. I think it was my second beer while we were at Silver Stamp. Now, we maybe could have done more, but I think we needed to get the captain to bed because he had
it's one of those things where it's like we've talked about jet lag on this show a lot. I mean, we have had an epic example of all of us working through jet lag when we were all in Belgium together.
Yes.
But yeah, it's one of those funny things where, what you're supposed to do with jet lag is just try and push it and try and like go to bed when you normally did, even though it's technically a totally different time of day where you're coming from. But there is I'm familiar with this thing where all of a sudden it sets in. We're like, and we were sitting at the bar at the Silver Stamp, and I was like, okay, I think we probably should get back soon. Just like, cause I could just feel it sinking into me.
Now this neighborhood Beer Wonder is
Yes.
the Arts District, which is a fairly new thing.
Cool.
That there was a revitalization of this particular neighborhood, which lies between the Strip
Mm-hmm.
and the downtown. And downtown is kind of the old Vegas. The Golden Nugget is there and other
Yep.
places. And the
Mhm.
Strip is the modern Vegas. And this area in
Cool.
between where there's no skyscraper, there's no big buildings. It's like it's called the Arts District. Honestly, there are 11 breweries.
Wow.
In this
Well, that
neighborhood.
tracks. I mean,
And the
you know.
Silver Stamp. So it's like you could just spend the whole day there. You know, we
Yeah.
could do a Golden Mile there, frankly.
All right.
So such a great place. But when we went to Silver Stamp, I ordered an Eyinger. I think that's how you say it. I don't remember what kind of beer it was. Was it a Maibach or might have been a
That's a
Maibach
good
or
question.
Pilsner.
Yeah.
But
I was looking that stuff up earlier, and I'm not even sure. Again, I might have been so tired by that point. I don't know if I clocked anything when we were at that last place.
I ordered the Eyinger, and the bartender brought it over and was like, "We had a beer rep in here earlier that
Mhm.
bought a bunch of beers, so this one's on the house." Like, oh, they treated me like a regular at the Silver
Yes.
Stamp. I felt I just felt like it was worth the whole trip just for that free beer.
Absolutely.
And it's not a money thing. It's just like to be treated that way. And we talked to some nice
I know.
folks right there at the. It was a very. Whereas like Vegas is like, it's mostly tourists that are in the area.
Yeah.
But if you go to Silver Stamp or you go to these, you meet locals. And we hung out with a few locals there at the bar, and yeah, it was a great time. Great time Friday night, and then obviously Saturday was a total.
Saturday was
blast.
fantastic. Yeah, and then Sunday morning, excuse me, Sunday morning, you had to get off to the airport fairly early, and I
Yep.
was actually staying at the same hotel that night.
Oh.
But of course, since it was 9 a.m, I couldn't check in yet, so I actually walked from the hotel over to the Strip, just to sort of, because you would show me some of that. Huck, you would show me some of that the day before, and
Yeah.
we walked around Caesar's Palace for a little while, and it was fascinating to me the way like so much of that is like. It's like even though they're all hotels and casinos, it's also very much like a public space. And so what I did, and so what's nice about it is first of all, it was like 90 degrees at 9 a.m, which actually, considering how hot it is there sometime, was very comfortable.
Yeah.
It was like compared to 110, it was really nice to just go for a walk. And the cool thing about walking along the Strip is because, you can walk on the sidewalk, but then you can also walk big chunks of it inside.
Yes.
So I sort of like, I went down to like the New York hotel, and then just sort of walking down pretty much all the way down to Caesar's Palace. Didn't go much further beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got some friends of mine had told me about this really cool place called Area 15.
Yes.
That is, it's in Vegas. It's like kind of like this sort of I would just say adult entertainment, but no, I mean entertainment for grown-ups. I don't want to make it sound like it's something else.
Right.
And there were definitely
Dirty.
children there, but it had a grown-up vibe to it. And like some like lots of interesting little like sort of fun entertainment things to do. And the big centerpiece of it was this thing called Omega Mart from this entertainment group called Meow Wolf.
Yeah, maybe you've heard of it.
Yeah, they're opening up in a bunch of different cities. I know they've got one in. I saw that there was one in Denver when I was there last year, and I know there's I think there's a bunch of them. Apparently, we're getting one in New York sometime next year or the year after. But yeah, it's this whole like thing that's sort of a combination of like art installation, but also almost like immersive theater, but also has elements of like escape rooms. Like there's a mystery you're supposed to solve. I was there. It was nothing like I've ever seen before, and absolutely so glad my friends recommended this place for me to go.
Yeah.
And then after that, I went back to the hotel where I could finally check in, chilled for a bit, and you know what? I just went back to Abel Baker and Silver Stamp.
Oh, you went back to Silver Stamp too?
I did.
As it should be.
I wanted like another like. I was like trying to figure out, how can I make this a more complete experience? Like, no, I just want to go back there and have some full pours. And I also got a couple of T-shirts there.
Oh, great! Did you talk to any of the
Very cool.
You see the same staff, or you talk to any of the people?
It might have been some of the same staff. I couldn't remember for certain if it was, but they're very friendly, very nice people. And
shout out
yeah,
to Kirby and and Cindy, although I don't remember the other one's names.
But yeah, pretty much every single thing that I have, when I went there, I did have like 3 full pours of it that night. One of Dark Winged Duck, one of Fortified Efforts, which is a barley wine, and Class 6. But those are all really, really good. Class 6 was a 13% imperial stout. So
Oh, sweet.
the barley wine was 12.
That's cool.
And so now you see that when I finally got back to the hotel, why I couldn't even completely finish those 2 beers I brought back from the festival.
That'll
Yeah.
do
I
it.
was like,
You got around.
I had one, I opened the second one, and I just didn't get.
I'm curious. Did you walk to the Arts District or
No, I took an
a
Uber.
cab? Yeah, it's a little.
Yeah,
further.
that was the funny thing is like every time I tried to get an Uber, there's always a little bit of a delay as far as when it's supposed to
Yeah.
come, and it is so hot there that like I remember a couple times when I was at the hotel waiting for one, and then like, oh, it's still 7 minutes away. I'm going to go back inside the hotel because I need the air conditioning that much.
Yeah.
It was that extreme.
Pro tip in Vegas to use the cabs
Noted.
when you can.
Well, but if we're gonna go to, as far as tips goes, something that you know very well, but I was just learning when you're there, all the cabs are in designated areas, especially on the strip.
Oh, interesting.
More so on the strip than anywhere else.
And
It's
they,
like you
and
can't
then they
just-
make the Ubers and Lyfts go to some weird place in a parking garage.
including
sometimes.
when you're getting back from the airport. Like if you want to order an Uber from the airport,
Yeah.
you have to wait till your driver texts you exactly what zone they're in, and then you have to go to that zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So getting a cab is I mean, I don't know, price wise it might cost more, but if you're making a short trip, yeah, it's just more convenient. Do cabs.
Yeah.
Cabs live New York City and Vegas.
I mean, especially if a big part of your thing is sampling lots of drinks.
Yeah.
Well, yes. One would hope.
I would imagine, I don't know, Kimmy drives around Vegas, but I mean, parking at the strip is not really you have to park in a garage somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
the
parking in
funniest
Arts
thing-
District is pretty good.
Yeah, I could tell that. But yeah, it's funny walking along the strip. It was like it really is kind of a interesting phenomena because it's just nothing quite like it as far as like having that long section of thing going inside and outside. But it was also really interesting being there at 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning when it's just kind of just waking up. And so it's like a lot of places aren't quite open yet.
Yeah.
They aren't in like a lot of full activity. But I will say after just going a big chunk of the strip, my takeaway from it as well, there's some really interesting design aspects to it, but ultimately it's basically just a mall with gambling.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
Massive,
basically what it
massive mall.
is. Yeah.
So I have another beer.
Oh, excellent.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
I don't know. And then we want to hear from the Beer Wonder because we've been going off for a while. This is called Millhouse. The Millhouse Porter.
Mm.
Oh, it's a porter.
It is a porter, and I think they're talking about an actual Millhouse here, not the character from
The Simpsons.
this is from Moonraker Brewing,
Mhm.
which you've had on before. A highly respected brewery. Let's get a look at this baby. I've had this in my fridge for a little while. Now I had another birthday party recently, and so I think after I had one last year, like I think I told you, my fridge just gets filled with weird beers that I don't
Right.
necessarily want.
Totally.
I even have a bunch of White Claws now. But here we go. Oh, look at my glass, Pony.
Tony, classic, and it's nice and dark.
Classic 14-ounce glass.
Yeah.
There we go. Millhouse Porter from Moonraker.
Very cool.
Very nice. Well, I think I actually need to have a second pour as well this time. And man, I'm having these little like flying bugs all around. That's why I keep doing this. And,
I'm glad
they
there's
seem to
actual bugs.
And this is not just me having some kind of weird hallucinations. But I think they really like milk stout. So since I'm a glutton for punishment, I have
Okay.
another milk stout.
Oh, look at you.
which- Also happens to be a
Sponsored pour.
Oh, one of
Yeah,
those.
sponsored pour from the Beer and Cheese Collective. And this is from Westbrook. They're probably best known by me anyway, as they have the Mexican cake, which is one of my very favorite ones. But this is just called a very fine milk stout.
Oh, there you
Very
go.
fine.
And I'm going to use the same glass because, close enough in genre. I think it's ideal.
true milk
There we
stout,
are.
labeled easily.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Gorgeous.
Excellent. All right. Yes, I think it is time for. So we spent a lot of time just talking about a 3-day period. What have you been up to, Beer Wonder?
Well, look, the summer is always a hard time for me at my Clark Kent job. But it does give me plenty of time to make sure that the Coney Island scene is representing as it should be. And I am pleased to say that while I am not currently the mayor of Ruby's on Foursquare, I am still holding down the fort there and making sure that their lines are clean and their beers are poured in large quantities.
So you're the unofficial mayor.
Yes. I mean, look, some of the Coney Island types that you'd see there regularly would fight me for that. And they're probably
probably a couple of mayors there, yeah.
Yeah, there's like a few that have like really definitely earned their time there. But there was a brief time on the social media platform, now Swarm, but used to be Foursquare, where I ran the place. And I'm doing what I can to make sure that the Beer Vengers are represented there during the summertime when the weather is hot. But that hasn't stopped the captain and I from going on some adventures together, and we are continuing to add into our beer verification processes, learning about the unique spice bag situation.
Yes, and realizing that they are a genre that is they're far-ranging versions of what the spice bag is. Well, yeah, because I mean, really, because I had to give the Beer Wonder some of his sponsored pours.
Yep.
And he said, I want to come to Queens. I'm like, where should we go? And when we went to this place at Absalom, no.
Sound and Fury.
Like Dying. Yeah, that's it.
Sound and Fury, yes.
Yes.
I saw where you were going.
Yes, it was some Faulkner thing. But we went there and we had their spice bag, and I had been curious about it because there was an article in Eater New York about it, and weirdly enough, the very first place that was mentioned was this place Murphy's right around the corner from me. Also notable, as I mentioned on the last episode, that this was one of the places that our mayor was seen watching Knicks games during
Correct.
the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And their spice bag is very different from the Faulkner spice bag.
So yeah, Sound and Fury spice bag is very much a dry situation, right? They've clearly added spices to a bunch of things that have been thrown into a bag.
And it's literally comes in a bag.
And it comes in a bag. Yes, that's very important. Murphy's has taken a damper option, heavy levels of what
it is a very wet spice bag. Yeah.
Yes,
beyond
and
moist.
also
It's wet
and limited bag.
Yeah, I don't know where the bag was there. Maybe, but I mean, it's easier to eat out of something when it's all open, so that's fair. But especially when it's wet, you don't want to reach into a wet bag.
That's true. Yep,
that could get very messy very fast.
But it did have the traditional, peppers and onions, the fried chicken, and the fries. But the gravy, the curry sauce over it was very damp, and then it came with a cup of additional curry sauce to pour on top of it.
Yes,
which of course we did.
And we dumped that whole thing over there, so we had like full sauce.
It was very
wet
saucy.
Spice bag experience. Yeah, it was good.
Very moist. So yes, there was much moisture. There was much dampness, and honestly, not bad. Needed a fork.
Yeah,
didn't want to freehand that one.
No, not when it's that wet.
No. And then after, inspecting and having some decent happy hour beers there, we did go over back to the Hive, Beer and Cheese Collective, to play with their new VHS. Now, there's lore behind this. Yes, Captain?
Yeah, so the situation is, I'm not sure exactly when it all came to be, but initially, I want to say someone donated it or someone found it cheap. They have one of those old, TV VHS combinations things together, right? So someone brought one of those things in there along with a couple of tapes, and ever since, the staff there have been seeking out VHS, and many of the people who go there, we've been donating various. So now all of a sudden they have this huge VHS library, and so if you go in there, you might see Empire Strikes Back, you might see Barry Lyndon. Yeah, what was another one?
Now, didn't you? No, you donated one, but when I was there, it was handed back to you. So
Well,
it's
yeah, it's an old. I had an old VHS copy of Blue Velvet because I have like 4 copies of Blue Velvet, and I didn't have any
Fuck
problems.
you,
doing it.
Captain. Take your movie
But
and leave.
I guess it was old enough that like it kept having like tracking issues. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, they're all old,
remember
aren't they?
tracking issues. The kids these days who aren't drinking or fucking have no idea what a tracking issue is.
No, they have no idea what they mean. So, you know.
You're old enough
lots
to
of
know
issues.
that. Yeah. You're
There's
old enough
lots
to
of
drink.
issues with digital now, so
That's true. Streaming
Sure.
does have its challenges. But
It is,
but
and that's why I am probably buying the Criterion Stanley Kubrick box set when it goes on sale.
Tracks.
Because I have to have, yes. Without tracks, without tracking.
Without tracking, yes. But then we also did some meetups in my part of Gotham at Evil Twin.
Yet again, yes. We'll actually mention that last time
Yeah.
we had a whole conversation. You had to remind me, like, let's tell them where it was.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, wound up getting a really good 12% Imperial Stout there. It was so good that I wasn't able to hold on to it long enough to have it on the show because it was just like at one point a week or two ago, it was taunting me in my refrigerator. I said, nope, I'm having that right now. But it was this great thing. It was an Imperial Stout, but it was also, I guess, Yeppe, the guy who runs Evil Twin.
Yes.
He has a son who runs a winery in California. And this is a collaboration between them. And now... and I will have the title for it in a moment because my stupid fucking Untapped keeps wanting to fuck with me.
Stupid fucking Untapped.
Well, I mean, it's good, but like, I mean,
Judgy
I would like
fucking Untapped.
Well, there's that too. I just wish the default for when I look at what I drank,
right.
just give me everything I drank, old to new. That's the easiest thing. But then they say,
Yes,
let's
I
give
agree.
you your highest
Yeah.
ratings. No, I don't need the highest ratings, so I have to go back in. But excuse me, it is called. I think it's pronounced Syrut.
Okay.
It's spelled Syrout, and the U does have an umlaut over it.
Gotcha. Very important.
And it's Jarnett family. I guess that's the name of that's Yeppe's family and his son. And so so this is like an Imperial Stout, but there's definitely some like aged in red wine barrels there as well. And it's a fantastic beer. And after that, well, this was like when we were in the height of the World Cup fever. And so my friend John, also known here as the what did we name him?
The
Not
Night
Psycho
Runner.
Killer, but something like that. No. That was Hoffman. It was like Psycho Killer, but not Psycho Killer.
Isn't Hoffman's name John?
Yes, they're both named John.
They're both
Okay,
named John,
okay.
yes.
Hoffman is John. Peacock is Jon.
Oh,
Anyway, he is whatever his name is whatever his Beer Venger name is. He and Beer Wonder are neighbors, we all hung out there.
That was
And
fun.
then John took me up to his roof at his place there. And what's crazy is he had a whole thing set up where we were watching the World Cup there a couple days later, and because a friend of ours is huge into World Cup, so we all had a thing there. But what was funny about it was they weren't able to hook up the projector they had going because there's no outlets. So they're watching the whole thing on a laptop. Meanwhile, just like a block away, they're having the official FIFA watching party zone thing.
Yes.
And their internet was like 3 seconds ahead of ours.
Oh.
So we would always get just a little bit of preview whenever something exciting was going to happen.
That's fun.
And so that was a good time.
Yes, the neighborhood was hopping with all of the energy.
World Cup fever was big this year.
Yep,
it was
very big in the U.S. Well, that was one.
I know we talked about this at the beginning about how I don't want to root against the U.S. But when the recipient of the FIFA Peace Prize decided to put his thumb on the scale, and then if the U.S. had won after he did it, it wouldn't have been a good victory. But it was so therefore it was satisfying that the U.S. lost that one, even after he tried to rig it.
Yeah. Now there was a lot of things going. Now, if you don't know what happened, the American player got a red card, which means he was suspended for the next game, and there was just like our best scorer, and so the suspension was then lifted for whatever reason.
After a very influential orange person with the FIFA Peace Prize made his displeasure known.
But he also
maybe that wasn't why.
He didn't hide it though. He was like, "Oh yeah, I took care of that." He basically just said, "Yeah, it was a terrible call," and I think the noble thing to do would have been to, if you were the American coach, would be to sit the player.
Yeah.
But obviously, he's like the best player, and then we lost 4-0. Terrible, lopsided defeat. Which
Spain
might have happened anyway.
Yeah.
But it was the Belgians.
Oh, the Belgians won? I thought
Yeah,
Spain
Belgians, and they make good beer. So
The Belgians did beat
Belgians
us.
beat the
But
U.S.
then again,
but
Americans
Spain
make
are
good beer.
Sure, but Spain is the one who eventually won, right?
The whole thing, yes.
Yes. Spain, and he tried to get into the picture, and that is.
Well,
Yeah,
there's
that's
too,
the
and he
final
did.
game is something else.
He did get into the picture. That's true.
Yeah,
But
he
there's a
went
lot
to
of
hand them
corruption in
something, and then he
FIFA,
just
so-
stayed there. Yeah. Oh, yes, there is.
It's like people all over the world love the game of football,
Yes.
and
They do.
it is the people's sport. It is the beautiful game, they call it, and it's so tainted by this governing board
Yep.
that it's unfortunate, because this is like people that really root for their home country, and it has that Olympics level excitement to it. And
I would say the biggest beer story from the World Cup that I don't think we talked about last time, I'm not sure, is the way that all these people coming from, I think it was mostly Scotland, but I'm sure others as well, they basically made Boston run out of beer.
that's
Yes.
the rumor. Yeah.
The Scots, yes, they drink them out.
They said it was like, like 5 St. Patrick's days all in one day.
Excellent. Well done,
I-
Fritz.
I have a really hard time believing that the city ran out of beer, but I suppose
there were some shortages. They were like, I remember it was like all they have left is Bud Light now. Even they didn't want to drink that.
that's funny. Well, there's great breweries in Boston.
Oh yeah.
I have a great beer crawl that we should do sometime.
But
That's
it's
not
funny.
a bad
I keep
idea.
hearing.
You guys can get to Boston pretty
Boston's
easily.
Absolutely.
easy.
I would do
Train,
that in
plane.
a heartbeat.
Yeah, next year
automobile.
we'll do it. Let's get a Boston thing going, because there's great beer there.
But the other funny thing I kept reading all these things about how they were so impressed by things like ranch dressing and Walmart.
Yes.
And then I
Oh, yeah.
suddenly had this notion like, okay, wait a minute. These are the people who never came to America until there was a sports thing happening. So I
Yep.
don't think we're getting an overall thing of like what people from other countries like here. I think this is what football fans like when they come here.
Yeah.
And that's a good start. It's a good start.
Sure, yeah. But I love
Yeah,
the
because
idea,
there's
like,
plenty of European tourists over the years that have come to the
Yes.
U.S. and
right.
there's a
But these are
lot
the
to
ones
see
who
here.
wouldn't come to America until there was a sports thing to come here for,
Yeah.
and then they think Walmart is a museum.
Honestly,
That's one thing everywhere.
It kind of is.
Cider Girl and I, we don't really go to Walmart.
Yeah.
As a rule, I'll get my gas there sometimes because it's cheap. I did today actually, but and if you know, California gas is $1 more than I know you all. Well, no, Glenn's driving. I mean, the captain has a car, but
Yes, they do.
it's always $1 more.
I only fill
in
it up. I
California.
only fill it up every few months or so. I'm going to a trip upstate New York in a couple weeks, so I will have to fill the tank for that. But
Well, we needed to get some bird seed, and Cider Girl was looking for some Star Trek hats and shirts. So we were like,
Yeah.
I've seen them advertised on Walmart. Let's go to the Walmart. So we go to the Walmart, and as we're walking around, I'm like, maybe we should give the Waltons some credit.
Yeah.
This stuff is cheap in here.
well,
Of course,
I
they're
mean,
destroying small towns all over America to make
be
it
fair-
happen. They don't pay their employees enough, but
Yeah.
top
I can
3
see
days.
what the appeal.
About 3 days after I got back from Vegas, I got on another plane and went to somewhere else in California, the Ontario airport area, to visit some
Oh,
friends
you
in
did
Lake
do that.
Elsinore.
Yeah.
I did do that, and it was. It's funny, between Vegas and going to this one, I'm having a larger sense of really what flying on Frontier actually means.
Okay.
Sure.
And not necessarily for the better. I am getting some deals. I have a flexible schedule, so it works. But yeah, basically just went there, and I actually went to Walmart there at one point, because the thing is, like, I do not judge people who go to Walmart, because in many places Walmart has put every other place out of business, so they don't have any other choice but to go to Walmart.
Yep.
So that's fine. But yeah, no, but it was one of those things where I was trying to get back from there on a Tuesday, and my flight got canceled on my way to the airport, and I couldn't get back here till Thursday. Yeah, but I'm glad that didn't happen. Nothing like that happened on the way to the beer festival.
Yeah,
because that would have been really annoying.
So I went last night. Well, when we were in Walmart, they had some cheap hats, and I I'm a hat guy, and I found this. It was a Smokey Bear hat. It was cool because it was a trucker hat. It's got the venting, but it also was corduroy on the front, green corduroy, and it said only you can prevent wildfires with the Smokey Bear thing. I'm like, $11. I'm gonna get that. And last night I was at Goldstein's, and there was a dude at the bar with the same hat.
Oh my god,
that's funny.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, did you go to Walmart? He's like, yeah,
of course he did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. My Smokey Bear hat. I thought it was being so unique.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
You never know, especially when everyone goes to the same Walmart.
Yeah.
Yes.
I went to Goldstein's last night. Oh, actually, I went to this thing called it's a bluegrass jam. What do they call it? The bluegrass jam. So it's like basically
a hootenanny. Do they call it a hootenanny?
It's like a hootenanny. It is a hootenanny. It's
Okay.
fiddle players. There were some accordion players, banjos, mandolins. So I bring my ukulele in, and I'm an amateur.
Yeah.
But I kind of stand back and see if I can pick it up, because it's hard for me to jam because I don't play by ear. I have to kind of know the chords. Anyway, we're jamming along, and at some point somebody was like, "Oh, Mike, you got anything?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah. You guys know Fan Club, which is a fish and chip song?" It's like an easy song, the Sea Blues.
Yeah.
I knew they could pick it up, and I had this room full of 20 bluegrass musicians playing Fan Club, which is the goofiest song about how this person loves fans, like electric fans. The Fan Club.
They're in a club about fans.
Yeah, it's yeah. We keep the screens clean, and we got they're whirring. It's a silly song. I had the whole room. Oh my god, that was like a highlight for. I said my life has been made after that we got the whole room to sing Fan Clubs. That was a lot of fun.
That's very cool.
Had some good beers too. Damnation from Russian River. It's a Belgian. I think it would technically be a double, but so smooth. Great beer. Firestone Walker, Velvet Merlin, had one of those on Nitro. Had some real Kolsch's.
Oh, nice.
I think they were called Fru, F-R-U-H.
F-R-U-H.
So
I'm
like
sure there's some great German
actual
pronunciation
Kolsch.
for that. Yeah.
I should look that up, actually. It was
Foie.
Foie.
Well, yeah, foie. Then you almost get like, it sounds like the French
then it's
word for
French,
cold.
yeah. Like foie gras.
Il fait froid. Oh, I was thinking of F-R-O-I-D. Meaning
Fru
cold.
Kolsch. Yeah, this is a
Il fait
Kölner. Oh, it's actually a Hofbrau product. So maybe it's not from. No, it is a Cologne beer. Yeah, it's a real Kolsch. Because as you know, to have a real Kolsch, you must be brewed within 50 kilometers of the city of Cologne, Germany.
Yes,
Right.
we have been within those confines.
The top fermented specialty beer features the best ingredients and brewed according to German purity law, a favorite beer of Cologne, which became one of the city's original. Okay, so that was a real Kolsch. It was good. I had two of them. Because sometimes you have these American Kolsch's,
Mhm.
and honestly, sometimes they're good, but
Yep.
a lot of times they're not. And they're like disappointing beers. I don't know if you, I mean, maybe you all don't
I've
pick up many Kolsch's.
I do on occasion.
I shy
I've had a
away.
Kolsch before. I've had a
Not
Kolsch
enough
before.
to have a strong opinion.
I do like a
I
Kolsch.
ha- I like a Kolsch because it's easy drinking,
too.
right? It's like we were talking about Porch Fest, like it's that
Yeah.
beer that you can have and relax. But to have a real Kolsch like from Cologne, I think it's a different experience.
Sure.
Well,
Which is
you
wild because when we
you
did that
throw them
Belgian German
back.
tour, we didn't go to
Yeah.
Cologne.
Well, we were within. We could see it because I had a Kolsch while we were there, but it
Yeah.
We
was
were in
a
the 50
Brewdog
kilometers.
Kolsch. We were within the 50 kilometers.
Oh.
It was a Brewdog Kolsch, and so I'm going to count it as a proper Kolsch.
Sure.
Now it was Brewdog, so who knows? But it was proper Kolsch.
Who knows where it was brewed, but yeah.
I will say that it's I mean, yes, some Kolsch's aren't great, but the main ones are similar to Pilsners, actually. I
Yeah.
mean, think about it, like Pilsners are real art, but
Mhm.
every mediocre mediocre macro beer is a Pilsner.
Yeah.
Almost all of them are.
Yeah. Budweiser, yeah.
Yeah.
Pilsner beer, I think it's a lot more difficult, and this is documented, than making IPAs or
Well, I
even
mean,
porters. Yeah.
as a rule, lagers are more difficult to make than ales, right?
Right. And yet they're much simpler in what's in them.
Right.
So to make a really good one, I mean, it's easy to make a shitty one.
Or at least
Yeah.
a mediocre one.
It's easy to make a mediocre one too. Am I taking over this conversation?
No,
No. I'm agreeing with you because I'm saying I think that like Budweiser isn't necessarily full on shitty. It's drinkable, but it's not like the work of art that a great lager is.
Oh, strong statement. Budweiser is drinkable.
I mean,
You heard it here
I can't.
first.
Don't you think it's you? Well, you said that was your favorite beer when you were starting to drink.
Yes, it
Well,
was
yeah,
a classic.
a lager.
And I'm sure that if someone handed you a Budweiser today, you would still enjoy it at least for the nostalgia factor.
Mhm.
Maybe it's been a while. Well, I
Okay.
told you about that Coors I had
Yeah.
a few months ago, and I was like, "That's not bad." It tastes like nothing, so I was like,
Yeah.
it wasn't offensive. But I don't know.
I mean, that's how I
about
feel
a
about
Bud.
PBR too. I can enjoy a PBR.
Yeah, I can't enjoy it.
I'm glad you can.
Okay.
I mean,
We did together that one night when they sponsored us so kindly.
oh, that's
Yes,
right. You
yes.
went to the dinosaur thing. Future.
Yeah, I was going to say we've got a month. So this is the longest summer ever, right? Because we've got through September 7th with Labor Day. So what
Yeah.
are folks looking forward to in their
Yeah,
in the
because
Vengers
well,
Beer
I-
we
podcast?
made it get another episode out here before the end of the summer, but
Mhm.
just in case, yeah. I've got a couple things I'm
Oh,
planning on.
Why don't you kick us off?
Oh, sure. So the next. Okay, so for the record, we're recording this on July 28th.
Correct. That's
And
day.
so next weekend, meaning like Friday the 8th, 9th, something like that, I am driving back to that Renaissance Festival I talked about last year because it is their 50th anniversary.
So
The Sterling
cool.
Renaissance Festival is having their 50th anniversary, and they are having an alumni weekend.
Oh, how
any-
fun!
Very
Anyone
cool.
who's worked there at any point for the last 50 years, they're giving us free tickets to go there, and they actually, people can go any weekend they want to, but this is the designated alumni weekend. So I will see people. I all the years I worked in there were in the 90s, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of representatives from that period.
Yeah.
And so that will be a whole lot of fun. I'm trying to figure out a couple of possible brewery visits while I'm in that region because I'll be going up on a Friday, coming back on a Monday.
Is this the
Belton Dave's coming with
tuxedo,
me,
or
so-
this is the
This is near Syracuse. I've
okay?
never.
The Sterling.
I can't believe you're asking me that question because I think I've explained this to you many times.
Yes, I
about
just
the-
you went, but you worked both
Oh, you-
New York. To be fair, you worked both
Nope.
Renaissance fairs in the state.
Nope. I did not.
Okay.
My bad.
No,
we
I never
visited the New York
we
Renaissance
visited
Festival
that one together, but I never worked
Okay.
at that one.
You
Yeah.
never worked it.
Uh,
Okay, my bad.
But during 4 separate seasons in the 90s, I worked at the Sterling Renaissance Festival. Yeah,
Which,
the
folks, if you
biggest-
don't know, that's the good one.
Wow.
well,
No,
Well,
it's common knowledge.
it's better for you to say it than for me because I'm obviously biased.
Yeah.
But
Very
I
true.
still
I've
agree
never
with
been
you.
to Sterling, but
Well, I mean, I don't even.
it's
yeah,
in the name. It's Sterling.
well, you know why it's called Sterling?
No, it's the name of the town.
It's literally the name of the town. The not the town in the fair. It's the name of the actual New York State town. It's a little farming community called Sterling, New York. Yeah.
Okay, but it's actually in Tuxedo, New York.
No, now
That's
you're
the
back
New
to
York
the other
one.
one again.
Oh, see, it's like
Oh my
who's on
gosh.
first.
No, what I'm
Third
saying
base.
to you is the New York Renaissance Festival. That's the title of it. The New York Renaissance Festival is in Tuxedo, right?
Yes. Yep.
The Sterling Renaissance Festival is in Sterling, New York. And
Got
because
it.
it's in Sterling, New York, it can't be in Tuxedo, New York.
It's much further away.
Yeah, it's up near Syracuse.
I have that right. Yes.
It's like just a little bit north of Syracuse. The closest city that people might have heard of near it is Oswego.
Sorry to derail you. Please continue on.
No,
you
you're
were
not
gonna-
derailing
You were going to go to
anything. I
breweries.
just- I'm actually there are a couple. I may have a stop in the Finger Lakes on my way up there, but we'll see. So
Other Half Finger Lakes and our old favorite,
yes, our old favorite,
Big Alice.
But
Big Alice, yeah. Mhm.
do I want to go to a version of something I've already been to, or do I
Mhm.
want to go to something that I've never been to, like
Right.
Ardennes?
Okay.
In fact, when we were in Cleveland, our friends we were meeting with there spoke of going there and spoke very highly of it. So
Oh, okay.
I think that is probably where we'll wind up, but
Yep,
we will
yep.
see.
Are you going
and
with
then-
fellows?
I'm going with the Belgian Babe,
Oh, great.
and
Well, I was saying
I'm
because
sure-
like our friends Adam and Lori are also.
I know
I
they're
assume
going to
they'll
be
be
there
there.
that weekend, as well
Yeah,
as
we'll be
many
there.
other people. That I mean, that's where I met Adam to begin
Right.
with. And then as soon as I'll get back from that, and almost immediately after, I'm leaving for Austin for one of my cousins is getting
Oh.
married there, and I'll probably be in Dallas for a little bit as well. I haven't quite figured out. It's happening in 2 weeks, and I still don't have all the logistics figured out.
I've been
'cause
looking at these Texas
That's
cities.
the fly by the seat of my pants life I'm living these days.
Mhm.
I've been looking at like if we did an epic Texas crawl where we did like 4 or 5
Sounds
days.
Incredible.
Dallas, Waco, Austin, San Antonio. They're on like the same little highway. Not little highway. It's Texas.
How
Huge
far
highway.
apart are they, Huck?
I mean, from Dallas to Waco is like 2 hours, and then from
Okay.
Waco to Austin is 2 hours, and then
Okay,
Austin to San Antonio is 2 hours. That's why
I
I'm
didn't
saying
know that
like,
part. So where's Houston in relation to all this?
it's like the other direction, more
Okay.
east.
Okay,
And Houston's a town also that I haven't really
Which I
checked
hear
on,
has a
but
truly incredible beer scene.
Houston.
yes, yeah. I was lucky enough to be on the when we did for Bruce Less Traveled or City Brewers Beer Club, or whatever the fuck they're calling it.
Yeah.
Well, what they were calling it.
I think it's dead,
I was able to do that. I was the co-host of for that particular city, so I got a lot of great Houston beers,
Oh,
met a
nice.
lot
Oh,
of nice
sweet.
brewers. So that is probably of those cities the one that I know the least about, and the one I'm most curious to go to.
I'm down for Houston.
Yeah.
I know I can fly direct to Dallas. That's sort of why I.
Oh, that's very cool. Yeah.
Do
I mean,
that.
of all of those, Dallas is the one I'm most familiar with, at least as a child, because I have so much family there.
Right.
But I also have
Austin's the
some
cool town.
Austin's the cool town. I was there once before, also for a wedding. I also have family in San Antonio, which I've had some fun going there. So
That's what I did at Beers Less Traveled. I did that San Antonio episode,
Very cool.
so it was very intriguing.
All right, what about travel plans for you guys? As far as not the ones we have in the future, but what you guys might be doing for the rest of your summer.
Well, I'm going to go to Cape Cod
Okay.
Nice.
for Labor Day weekend, and then I'm going to spend 2 nights in a little city called New York.
Nueva York.
concrete dreams with something
Nueva.
made
Made
of.
of dibbity ding dang. Yeah.
Tuesday and Wednesday night. And Wednesday, I think, hopefully, will be a beer crawl night.
I believe that is the plan.
That is the plan. I have several beer crawls planned out. We'll probably only do one of them. But
All right.
That's okay.
This is my obsession lately. Not lately, but like 2 weeks ago, where I was like, "Oh, crawl number 5. Oh my gosh!" So crawl number 1 is called Vanderbilt Rules. That's all.
Okay.
And then crawl number
God.
2 is called Positively 4th Avenue.
Love it.
Get it? That's a Dylan reference.
Yeah.
Okay. Crawl
Even
number
I got
3.
that one.
Carroll Beer Gardens.
Ooh.
Carroll Gardens
nice.
is a neighborhood. I threw the word beer in there.
Currently the most expensive neighborhood in Brooklyn, so we fancy
Oh.
now.
Crawl number 4 is just called Williamsburg.
Yeah, well, we've
And
heard
then
of them.
crawl number 5 is called LIC it up, but lick it up.
Ooh.
Like the Kiss song. Lick it up. LIC.
Mm.
Lick it up.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. Whatever we have
so-
left. I don't know how many places we have, but
Well,
yeah.
It says here Rockaway, Fifth Hammer, Focal Point, Greats of Craft, The
Yeah.
Huntress, Finback LIC.
Nice.
I
Swing
can
by
recommend
Baroness if you
two
want
of
a
those.
burger.
Yeah.
But the one I think Vanderbilt Rules is the one I really want to do. Gold Star Beer Counter, Grim Tavern, Farm One. You guys even know about this?
I've heard of.
I know, but I've been meaning to go there. Yeah.
I've
In
never
fact,
been. But I've heard of them. Yeah.
Zork and Sweetie actually went there after I recommended it to them, but I still haven't been there. So that's
Okay.
someplace I
And
really
then
want to go.
Beer Wax,
Yep.
Beer
been there.
Street.
Love it. Love beer wax.
finishing at Hops Hill.
Okay.
That's a nice crawl.
Priorities.
So that's
I
that's
think it's
probably
good.
that would be my first choice, but I'm down for whatever. And like we'll only be there 2 days, so it's like if we miss people, you miss us. Sorry, it was
Yeah.
only 2 days.
Yeah. Or you
How
can
about you,
come
Beer
join us in
Wonder?
Brooklyn and crawl.
Oh, we've already got the Beer Wonder and the captain.
I know.
committed to
We've
Wednesday,
already.
so
It's already on the
that's all we
calendar.
need. That's all we need.
What more is there?
So I imagine now, Beer Wonder. I know that your work is ebbing a little, but you're probably not going anywhere until after. Labor
Oh
Day.
no, until after Labor Day, not at all. And I'm
Right.
already looking at. I don't have anything specifically on the horizon, but the summer is when I own Coney Island.
Yes.
I make
Cool.
it.
I will have to come out and meet you at Ruby's some night.
You have
I
to meet
will.
your
I know I keep
Rubies,
saying that, but
or you can
it
see
may
on
not
the
be until
base-
after I get back from Texas. But yeah,
That's fine. You can see the baseballs with the sports balls and
Yeah, it's a
people
fun time,
running at the Cyclone, which is the worst baseball you will ever see, but boy, is it a lot of fun. And there's lovely beaching to be had, and it smells like pot 24/7. But it is the people's
Grimaldi's
playground.
Pizza is good out there.
oh yeah, I've had that.
R.I.P.
Oh, they closed it?
Yeah, now
Oh,
it's
for
pizza on the run in
heaven's
Surf
sake.
City. I know it hurts. It hurts real bad, but
That sucks.
but there's Donna Zita, which is an excellent independent taco place that's phenomenal and
Okay.
has really good food. And Paul's Daughter, which of course is great, like clams and seafood stuff right on the beach. And then of course, if you really want to keep it classy, there is of course La Cantina, which has currently gotten itself into a lot of trouble because apparently all of their shredded lettuce was giving people explosive
no.
diarrhea.
From Taylor Farms. Oh no.
Taylor Farms, yeah. But it is the cheapest place to get a beer on the Strip because, along with their quesadillas and Mexican pizzas, they do serve a $4 beer. So
Stick
At
with
your
the
own
beer.
risk.
Stay away from.
at your own risk, my friends.
From what I understand, it's mostly iceberg lettuce. So yeah.
I know, just don't.
I can't imagine. We made it almost like close. We're pushing closer to hour and a half now, and we're talking about all the fucked up things that have been happening with the wildfires and the Orange Man and the sports, and somehow we never got around to the explosive diarrhea. But I
No.
think
Well, I had to
maybe-
bring it home. That's my
I'm
task.
glad- I'm
We
glad
got
you
it right
did.
in the end.
got it right in the end.
Right in the end.
Some very penetrating commentary there.
I know.
And I think that is probably a wonderful, unless anyone has anything else to add, that's probably the night's end to note it on.
But I just have a question. If you need to tell someone about your explosive diarrhea as it relates to beer, Captain, how should they let us know what's going on with them? Because honestly, we
just-
want to know. We care. We care about you.
Send us an email, thebeervengers@gmail.com. If you want to send us a direct message at any of those other things,
Except the
Facebook,
Truth
Instagram.
Socials. We don't do that one. We don't do that shit.
Facebook.
Well, yeah, we're not on that. That one doesn't count any more than the former Twitter. We'll list it there, but you can send us a
We're
message.
basically in the metaverse.
Because we're never there. Yeah, we're there. It's not. I mean, the lesser of the evils of the social. Anyway, let's just say that I certainly understand why Jesse Eisenberg decided. I'm really directing more, and I don't want to be associated with that guy anymore. So get that guy from Succession. I think he's better for the sequel.
Oh yeah, he'll kill it.
It's going to be good. Thanks for listening, everyone. It's been real, or some version of that. And
It's been.
It's been.
Oh, it's been great. It's been great.
It has been great. It's always a good time when we get together.
Always it is. All right. Yeah, Huck, play us out.
With the beer Vengers, beer Vengers, beer Vengers. With the Vengers.
We are.
Uh-huh.